but like it kills you that you go into these clubs sometimes and this person that's judging you doesn't know anything about comedy. They've been doing comedy they've been watching comedy for 3 years. They bought into comedy. Like I remember doing a club where the guy came from a chain of restaurants. Every time I go up to do 30 minutes, he would sit by the stage, stand, and just look at me because he was petrified. And I had to pull him aside one night and go, dog, you got to knock it off. You make it, well, I just heard of your behavior on stage. And that's what they came to see. They didn't come to see you stand there on the side like a fucking mummy.
Where would he stand?
I'm telling you, Lee, he would stand on the right side. I'm sorry, I thought it was left. On the right side there.
Right in the front?
Stage, yeah, right there with his arms crossed, like a fucking sleeping pill. I can't have that.
No.
I can't have that. So we had words after the first show Thursday. We had words again Friday, and then Saturday. It was too busy. You couldn't stand that. It was too busy. I was a feature then. But I remember like he called me back years later, to go, I never stepped foot in that fucking club again. But my point is that when you do comedy and you're getting beat up at every fucking level, it's nice to work a club every once in a while that the person has been involved in comedy in some way or the other for 30 years. Their whole life has been comedy. They were married, had kids, and now this is their focus of their life. They take care of you like a great comedy club owner. They welcome you. When you get to your room, there's always something for you there in Nebraska. Colleen is it's a 5-show weekend. It's a great fucking club. And here's the crazy thing. When you're a young comic, like from a guy from Boston, you think of Omaha, Nebraska, and you're like, well, who am I going to talk to there? A piece of beef? What am I going to do there? What's going to come to my show? A butcher? Let me tell you something. People laugh harder than anywhere you go. They take the ride with you. They're dirty. And there's no better feeling than that, where the comedy club owner only comes there to watch you, to see and give you confidence. And she's one of those club owners. So
I'm so
happy that
excited.
you're going there at this level of your comedy career because it's a breather.
You
It's
know
not
what, man?
an idiot that played the piano in high school and now he wants to tell you not to say the word Jew on stage. And you're like, knock it the fuck off. Take a hike around the building, will you?
I'm a comedy podcast fan. We did the church for all that time. I listen to all of them. And there's a few clubs that, like all of you guys talk about. You talk about the store. You talked about like Cap City, Comedy Works in Denver, Zanies. There's a few clubs that seem to be like clubs that like comics get excited about. And for some reason, and it just sticks in your head because you're right. It's Omaha, Nebraska, which I think I drove through once. But like everyone talks about how cool it is, and I'm just so excited.
When as a comic, you get so excited about big moves. Like this week, I'm going to go to Vegas. I remember the first time I went to Vegas. I'm not going to tell you the club it was a week-long club, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. I can't tell you how sad I was by Thursday. And I still had fucking, 8 more shows left or something. All you want to do is go home. You sign up to do comedy, and next thing you know, I'm on an elevator getting hit by swords with little fucking kids. It was, then I got to do 2 shows a night. They come up to you before the show and tell you got to be spotless. I got to wait for the guy to walk out of the room for me to do a fucking pussy joke or a fart joke and I was like, this ain't worth it. This isn't Las Vegas to me. I thought I was going to walk out of here like fucking Dean Martin and have a great time. But I also worked there with Dice in the beginning. And I saw how it was for a guy like in his stature. When we opened for him, I'd go up there and light my ball sack on fire. Nobody would say 2 fucking words to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, where you at this week, brother, man?
I'm there. I'm in Omaha. A ton of the rest of the week. I'll be at open mics in Worcester. People came out to that. Other comics at the open mics were very excited to hear about it. So, that's that. And then I have something October 5th in Connecticut.
Okay. Well, let's not worry
The,
about the 5th.
the next
Let's
week.
worry about this weekend, see how you're going to tackle it. I mean, we're going to want notes from you.
Okay. On what?
Monday's podcast, how you think you did, what could have been better. I mean, because this is a two-man show.
Right.
This is something that you only did with me years ago, where you got to go up there and do 20 minutes. And I used to break your balls and go, you got to do 40 minutes tonight, very nonchalantly. You know, Lee, you earned your stripes, brother. These motherfuckers don't know how I used to give you edibles and tell you all day you were doing 10 minutes, you and 8 other comics, and then we get to the ice house and I go, everybody canceled. You got fucking 60 minutes. And guys, you could just see the color leave his little Jewish cheeks, and you could see fucking steam coming out of his ears. And I would hold him to it for about 20 minutes. Nobody else is coming. Go in the back and get your material ready. He'd be making Jewish noises, the whole fucking thing. And then he'd go up there and do great, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And then I get off stage an hour later. He go, I can't fucking believe you did that to me. I was back there sweating. I wanted to get my car and go home. That's the mark of a fucking true comic, brother. And that's what I'm getting. Hey, listen, if we call each other, this is the same conversation you hear, people.
Yeah.
There's nothing edited here, except, I tell them about DraftKings and what I bet. But besides that, this is what
But
we
you
talk.
do tell me that stuff.
What stuff?
We'll talk about sports all the time.
Oh, yeah, but we talk about a lot of other things in there.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is one time is really get on the phone and go deep with our topics. Like when we talk about gay people and Eric the fag and all that shit, how he jerks off on people's feet and stuff. That's the phone call they want to hear when we're both hired and fuck and we're just dying on the phone. Before I said to you, he called me up and he goes, I already took the edibles. I go, I don't know. You don't sound retarded. And we started fucking dying of laughter. That's what the check-in is all about. What do you think,
Absolutely. I love it, man.
Where are you tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is I will be in 2 places. I'll be at the Blackstone in Worcester, and I'll be at Rick's in Woonsocket.
You're fucking beautiful, brother. If you go to see any of Lee's shows, please say hello to him and report back to me how he did. My Twitter is at Mad Flavor. Let me know if this motherfucker should have called an bomb alert or no. I have all the confidence in the world. You're going to do great this week, brother. That's a great place. She makes you feel at home, so it takes the fucking steam off. Again, you're half neurotic, but it could be worse. I could be there torturing you. So
I'm way more than half neurotic, but thank you.